It's a bad day for the whole queer community.
Yeah, I'd say so. For those of you that hadn't heard, there was an attack last night in Berlin.
Emotional scenes in Berlin after a vehicle apparently drove into a crowd on the outskirts of the Gay Pride parade, a deadly incident that left more than a dozen wounded.
Now, to be perfectly honest with you, the first short I saw about this attack late last night made no mention of the suspect, but my first assumption was, well, that was a Muslim. My second thought immediately after that was, Ralph, you shouldn't assume.
Police have identified a suspect who they say has links to Islamist circles.
But of course, my assumption was correct, as was the assumption of every other rational adult American. You know, for the religion of peace, it's really weird how every time we hear about a terrorist attack on this group or in that country or at that place, we can all safely assume who it was and are right almost 100% of the time.
In recent years, Germany has seen a string of violent attacks in public spaces, including a stabbing in February last year at Berlin's Holocaust Memorial.
Can you guys guess who did that attack? In February 2025, a knife attack occurred at Berlin's Holocaust Memorial, resulting in the severe injury of a 30-year-old Spanish tourist. The perpetrator, identified as 19-year-old Syrian asylum seeker Wissam Al-M. You don't say. Who could have possibly foreseen that other than, myself and every other rational human being on earth that told you letting third world, mostly Muslim migrants into your nation essentially unfettered was going to result in all sorts of calamity. And here we are. Do you want to know why, other than the unmitigated migration, this is happening? Well, it's because of stuff like this right here.
In the wake of the incident, Chancellor Friedrich Merz vowed to punish what he described as a horrific act.
I'm sorry, sir, horrific act? I think you mean terrorist attack, but we can't call it that.
According to the investigators' initial findings, we have already identified a suspected perpetrator. Measures are being taken against this suspect, who has not yet been arrested. However, this suspect is known to the police.
And to make it even worse, this dude was known to the Berlin police. Yet he was still able to commit this attack without a firearm, I might add, for the gun grabbers. And why do you think that is? Now, maybe it's because they didn't have enough probable cause or whatever the standard is in German law to arrest him. But it's just as, if not more likely, that they were well aware of his violent intentions, but refused to enforce the law against him for fear of being painted as racist. Much like the English government refused to crack down on child grooming gangs for 20, 30 years, sacrificing 250,000 of their young girls to all sorts of harm, let's say. But with all that said, I'd be remiss if I did not call back to the video I made a week or two ago about how Islam absolutely does not accept and in fact intends to annihilate the LGBTQ community should they ever gain the ability to do so. For all of you Queer for Palestine folks, for all of you super left-wing LGBT folks that are like, we have to protect all minorities no matter what, do you not get it yet? Do you not see? Go back and watch the video I made explaining how many countries, or how many, essentially all the Islamic countries, have outlawed your very existence. All of the oppression that you like to cosplay you're under here in the United States is in fact actually being enforced in Islamic countries. And when these Muslims come to Western liberal countries, they will do what they can to take as many of you out. It's not a game. If you want to suicidally protect these people because you hate Donald Trump or you hate Republicans or you hate Christians that much, fine. But do not expect me to cry for you when a Muslim stands over your dead body proudly.